Oh my God, okay. Okay, just stay calm. Stay quiet. This is okay. I can handle this. Hey, baby. It's beautiful. Okay. Prometheus, we have two. Look at you. Hey, baby. You're strong. Maybe you should help me now, okay? Get it off, man, okay? Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Oh, shit!
Hey guys, what's happening? Nihat here with Film Comics Explained, and today we'll be taking a look at chemical A03959X.91, more commonly referred to as the black liquid or black goo, which was first featured in Prometheus, a 2012 sci-fi thriller directed by Sir Ridley Scott. The black goo was essentially an extremely potent and virulent mutagenic pathogen composed of millions of microorganisms, which was manufactured by the engineers to serve as a biological weapon, though it would be more accurate to call it a catalyst for evolution. Used by the engineers to cleanse planets of life, once exposed to another organism, the virus would begin mutating its host by rewriting their DNA. In the film, as the pathogen began to leak from its containers, the liquid began mutating several of the worm-like slugs that were found in the Engineer Temple, prior to turning them into aggressive hemipedes. These stunning serpent-like creatures exhibited acidic blood, much like the xenomorphs, as well as having incredible strength and the ability to regenerate lost body parts. The physiological changes caused by the virus were so abrupt that most of the hosts would become exceedingly aggressive and seemingly mindless, attacking anything that was living within sight. This was clearly seen in the case of Fifield, the geologist who was exposed to the pathogen during the expedition of the USCSS Prometheus, eventually mutating into a monstrous entity that began ruthlessly hunting his crew members, while also being extremely resilient to physical injury as the crew struggled to bring him down. Another person to come into contact with the engineer's virus was Charlie Holloway, who was deliberately infected by David out of both spite and a desire to move things along faster, as was requested of him by his master, Wayland. Initially appearing in his eye, the black liquid continued to infect and change Charlie's interior, making him ill relatively quickly. We didn't get to see the extent of Charlie's infection as he was burned alive by Vickers, who refused to let the infection come aboard her ship. However, he had already infected Shaw and impregnated her with a trilobite. This massive monster eventually took hold of an engineer and impregnated him, after which the engineer himself also gave birth to another creature called the Deacon, which had a similar basic structure to the xenomorphs that we all love. The speed and intensity of the mutation process depended on the amount of virus taken in by the host and the manner in which they are exposed. For example, Charlie's mutation happened at a much slower rate to Fifield's, as Charlie only ingested a tiny drop of the liquid in his drink, while the poor Fifield fell face first into the black goo back at the temple. At higher concentrations, the mutation would occur almost instantaneously, breaking the body down in a matter of seconds to create new life. Given these examples, I think it's evident that the chemicals induced mutations were random, never allowing it to recreate the same effect. According to David, who spent nearly a decade extensively studying the pathogen and its effects, the virus was designed to infect non-botanical organic life. After years of practice, David was able to master the use of the substance to create the protomorphs seen in Alien Covenant as a precursor to the xenomorphs. We also get a marvelous display of its destructive power in Alien Covenant, when David released a large amount of the pathogen onto the engineers that lived on Planet 4, with the virus killing them outright instead of infecting them. When the pathogen infected a viable host, it would then gestate a hybridized parasitic life form, which killed the host upon emergence, as was evident with the neomorphs on Planet 4. I've already done a video covering the neomorphs as well as heaps of other alien content, and we'll leave a link to that playlist below. I should also mention that in the incredible Fire and Stone comic book anthology, the black goo is also seen having phenomenal effects on an android named Eldon, which comes into contact with it, turning him into something incredible. If you'd like to know more about what happens to Eldon, don't forget to check out the Alien playlist. Well, that's all for today, folks. Thanks to all of you guys who requested we take a look at the black goo featured in Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notification icon to stay up to date on all my content. And if there's any other stuff you'd like me to check out, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Nihat here with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.